For this video, I'm going to discuss about hyperbola. Hyperbola is the two curves that are like infinite bows. Looking at just one of the curves, any point P is closer to F than to G by some constant amount. The other curve is a mirror image and it's closer to G and to F. As a formula, IPF minus PGI constant. PF is the distance P to F. PG is the distance P to G. Is the absolute value function makes any negative a positive. On diagram, you can see an axis of symmetry that goes through each focus, two vertices, where each curve makes its sharpest turn, and distance between the vertex 2A on the diagram is the constant difference between the length PF and PG. Two asymptotes which are not part of the hyperbola but show where the curve could go. It continue indefinitely in each of the four directions, and strictly speaking, there also another axis of symmetry that goes down the middle and separate the two branches of the hyperbola. So, conic section, you can also get hyperbola when you slice through a double cone. A slice must be steeper than that for a parabola but does not have to be parallel to the cone's axis for the hyperbola to be symmetrical. So, the hyperbola is a conic section and a section of a cone. So, we have an equation. By placing the hyperbola on the x and y graph centered over the x-axis and y-axis, the equation of the curve is x squared over e squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. Also, one vertex is at a0 and the other is at negative a0. The asymptotes are the straight line y is equal to b over ex and y is equal to negative b ax. Note that the equation is similar to the equation of the ellipse or x squared over e squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1, except for a instead of positive. Except for a negative instead of a positive. So, eccentricity. Any branch of hyperbola is also defined as a curve where the distance of any point from a fixed point to focus and the fixed straight line is the directrix are also in the same ratio. When we say ratio, this ratio is called the eccentricity, and for a hyperbola, it is also greater than 1. The eccentricity usually show as the letter E, show how uncurvy or varying from being a circle, and the hyperbola is P is a point on the curve and F is a focus and N is a point on the directrix, so that Pn is perpendicular to the directrix, and the eccentricity of a ratio Pf over Pn and has the formula E is equal to square root E squared plus B squared over A. And that's all. Thank you for listening.